All right, today we are talking about inner child work and a basic, bare bones description of what that is and how to apply it in your healing journey. Hey, my name is Dr. Gregory Donahue, and this is Zen for Men, the place where men can find practical tools on how to implement mental health into their daily lives. All right, childhood, inner child work, parts work, all of that stuff. We're going to focus today on child self. Your child self is a set of skills you learned when you were a kid to meet the needs of your caregivers. When we're a kid, we don't have a choice. We have to keep the relationship with our parents strong, because to lose the relationship with our parents means basically death. As a kid, we know neurologically we must have our parents connected to us. If we do repeatedly things that are going to be off-putting to our parents or to push rejection, then we are going to die. So as a child, we develop a skill set that in our version meets the needs of our parents. So the bare bones basics for me, I knew my mom was stressed. If I was overly needing something from her, or if I was overly emotional or needed stuff, she would become more stressed. She already had enough on her plate. So my version of caring for my mom was largely to become absent. I would play by myself. I would not have a lot of needs. I would not be overly emotional, and I would be obedient. If she told me to do something, I would do it. Translate. I learned how to love the people closest to me, specifically because it was my mom. This translated to my wife. If she was stressed, if my wife is stressed, I would do the same thing. I would become compliant. I would become largely dutiful. I would almost turn off all of my own internal needs until I would basically sense that she was calm again. But my ability to take the lead and actually be creative and make good decisions for the entire family, I just defaulted to my wife, which is what I did when I was a kid. So when we're talking about child self, when people talk about connecting with your child self, it's connecting with an understanding, what did your child self need to do to survive and to keep the relationship with your parent or caregiver as strong as possible, even in an unhealthy situation? And am I still using that same skill set with my significant other today? I can tell you, and I think you already know, my compliance mode with my wife is not a big turn on. It is not a very healthy way to approach a spousal relationship. It is me acting like a little boy saying, tell me what to do. So that's child self. There's also a teenager self, but I'll get into that in the next video. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope you can look at your child self and figure out, is there an old coping skill that you learned when you were a kid through no fault of your own that you're still using in your relationships today, even when it isn't the best set of coping skills for today? All right, y'all, if this has been helpful for you, I would love it if you would subscribe, leave some comments. I would love to know about the things you want to know more about. And if anything from my life can be helpful to y'all, I want to provide it. Take care, y'all.